Hey math students, this year you'll be submitting math work to me through Google Classroom. I'll post videos this week to Google Classroom to show you how to do that, but you will not turn in any assignments to me in person. Everything will be through Google Classroom. And so in this video, I want to show you how I want you to set your paper up. Your paper needs to be very organized. And so I want to show you how to do that. It needs to be organized so that I can tell which problem you're working on and what your answer is. If I can't tell what problem it is, or if I can't read your work, then I can't provide the help and the feedback that you need in order for you to correct any mistakes. So I want to highlight 12 things on how to set your paper up to take a picture of it and submit it through Google Classroom. So step one, get a sheet of paper. It can be lined paper or blank paper. Either is fine with me. Whatever you have will be great. Secondly, use a pencil, not a pen. That way, if you make any mistakes, you can always erase. Number three, so let me flip my web camera around here, and for the remainder of these things, I will show you on a piece of paper what they should look like. So the third step is going to be to put the name of the assignment in the top left corner. And so as you can see here, let's say, for example, this assignment is called Integers Number 1. Now, you may be asking yourself, how did I know it's called Integers Number 1? Well, I would look on Google Classroom, and on the assignments, on the classwork tab, it would tell me Integers Number 1, show your work on a piece of paper, take a picture of it, submit it to Classroom. Okay, so just by way of example, this is the top left. That is where the name of the assignment goes. Fourth thing I want to highlight is in the top right, you have your first and your last name. Not just your first name, not just your last name, but your first and your last name. Fifth thing, divide the page in half down the middle. So I'm just going to draw a line down the middle of the page. Does not have to be super perfect. Just eyeball it, draw a line down the middle. Okay, sixth thing is when I actually start to work out these problems, I'm going to start on the left side of the page and work my way down. So let's say this is number 1. Okay, I would copy the problem down correctly, show my work, circle my final answer. Let's say my answer was x equals 3. Okay, up here I have all of my work that I just did. This is my answer. I'm going to skip this line, and then I'm going to start number 2 right here. Okay, if I wanted to, I could draw like a little box, something like this, like a horizontal line. That way I have a box for number 1 and a box for number 2, and so on. I would keep going down the left side of the page until I get to the bottom. And then what I would do is I would come up here to the right side, and let's say this was number 3, number 4, and I got to number 5 and ran out of room on this side. Well, I would come up here for number 6 and work all the way down to, let's say this was number 10. Okay, and what would I do if I run out of room? I would simply go to the back side, flip it over, and continue with my numbers. So I would do the same thing as far as dividing the page in half. Start on the left side, work my way down, then go to the right side and work my way down. Okay, so like I said, be sure to number each problem. That way I'm not searching for a particular problem. Be sure you copy down the problem correctly. This is very important because if you don't copy it down correctly, you could do all of the correct work, but you started in the wrong place because you copied the problem down correctly. So just double check that your problems are copied down correctly. Be sure to show all of your work when solving the problem. Showing your work, like I teach you how to show your work in the videos that you'll be watching, is very important because this demonstrates your thinking and lets me know that you understand how to solve the problem. If you have the correct answer, but no work or incorrect work, then I will count the problem wrong. And so I want you to focus on showing all of your work for each problem like I teach you how to show your work. Be sure to circle your final answer. Don't make me search for it. If I can't tell what your answer is, then I'm just going to count it wrong. So be sure to circle your final answer so that I know that is your answer for that particular problem. We talked about if you run out of room, just go to the back side of the page. And the final thing I would say here is once you've completed all the problems, you've shown your work, you've circled your final answers, now you're ready to take a picture of your work and turn it in to Google Classroom. And I will post videos to Classroom for this week to show you how to do that. But that is how you will set your paper up for various assignments throughout the school year where you're going to show your work on paper and turn it in through Google Classroom for Mr. Roper's class.